Today is July 22nd, 1996. The survivor's name is Morry Malcmacher. Name at birth was Malcmacher. The interviewer is Joanne Senta. We're in University Heights, Ohio, in the United States, and the interview will be conducted in English. My name is Joanne Senta, Joannecenta. Today is July 22nd, 1996. I have the pleasure of interviewing Morry Malcmacher today. We're in University Heights, Ohio, in the United States, and the interview will be done in English. Okay. Can you tell us your name, please?
My name is Morry Malcmacher. I was born the 16th of July 1922 in Poland, in Pszytek.
Can you spell your name for us, please?
Morry Malcmacher.
And can you spell Pszytek for us?
Pszytek. P-Z-E-T-E-K. Pszytek.
Okay. Okay. And can you tell us about life growing up in Pszytek and your family?
Well, I come from a very religious family, and it was a very happy family. Well, I went to public school. After public school, I went to Cheder, and I helped out my father. We used to go on the market in Pszytek, and then after Pszytek to Radom.
What did your father do?
He was a shoemaker, but the most of the time he used to buy people boots and shoes, and we went to the market and sell it.
And who else was in your family? What were your brothers and sisters' names?
My oldest brother was Shoah, and the second brother was Moshe, and then I am, and my sister was Ruchujita. In Polish they called her Ruszka. The most of the time we called her Ruszka.
And what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Well, you see, we couldn't make the decision. My father made the decision. He wanted me to be a voyageur, like a salesman, you know. When we come to Radom, then he said that he's going to see to it that I should be a voyageur. So he wanted to give it. Well, actually, I went. It was a second cousin. He used to have dishes, store from dishes. And he had a couple guys for they went from little town to sell this. And he said that he gonna try to give me to him, and I should buy. But then the war broke out, and there was nothing out of it.
Didn't you always want to be in the military?
Oh, I love to. After Pszytek, when it was a program in Pszytek, and we left. See, my father actually was born in Radom, but he married to Pszytek, so they settled in Pszytek. It was 19 kilometers from Radom. And after the program in Pszytek, it was Monday, there was the program, and was curfew till Friday. Friday morning, we didn't even know it, none of us know it. My grandpa from Radom come to Pszytek with a horse and a big buggy, and he said, leave everything, just take your wife and kids, and we go to Radom. And we went to Radom, and we never went back to Pszytek. And I mean, me and my brother, we loved it because Radom, a big city, you know, and we lived not too far where the soldiers stay, you know. And I was dying. I couldn't hardly wait to they should take me to be a soldier. And when I reached 16, it was a place where the Polish kids, I mean, I thought that they're going to take me too, to go to register, to be like over here, same thing over here. When a young boy wants to go to the military, he can join the military. It was the same thing over there. So I didn't told anything my parents. They wouldn't let me anyhow, but I just want to see if they're going to take me. It was not too far to walk there. And I walked in over there. It was a line with a bunch of kids, you know. And before me was two kids, you know. They signed their name, and they ask you who you are from the religion. And I hear they said Niemieckie, that they are Germans. They took it, was no problem, you know. And when I registered my name, Malcmacher, and she said, Vyznanie, what kind of religion I have. So I figure what I'm going to tell her I'm a Jew, you know, maybe don't sound too good. So I say, Vyznanie Mojżeszowe, that I am like a grandson for Moses. And she stopped right there. And it was a little, but they make noise. She punched the finger, and our first lieutenant come out. He said, what's the problem? And she tells him that she have over here a Jewish boy and he wants to register. And he said to me, do you know that we are not taking Jews? I said, but I'm going to be a good strelec, I mean, like a good soldier. And he said, when you're going to be 21, we're going to take you to the army. Right now, you better go back home. And that's it.
Why wouldn't they take you then, and why did they want to wait until you were 21?
Well, when you're 21, they took the Jewish men to the army. But as a strelec, I mean, for this, they took Germans, but not Jews.
What's a shedetz?
You learn how to shoot, you know. And this was, you know, this is the first thing they teach you. And when you're good, they send you to school. I probably would be the best.
So can you tell us about Bloody Monday and the pogrom in Radom? I'm sorry, in Mschitik?
Well, I was too young. I remember by 10 o'clock, my father and my oldest brother, they have to be out, you know. And they took us to the attic, and they pull up the ladder, you know. And when they start to fight, I mean, the Jewish people fight back that time, you know, they've been already organized. And after they ran out all the Polish people from the little town, and the police said to the Jewish people they can go home and nothing gonna happen. But after this, everybody went home. They wasn't organized anymore, and then the Polish people, you know, they got organized away from the town, and they come back and they made a mess. It was, I guess, about 400 very bad wounded people, and one family completely was wiped out, killed. And then the police stopped, and it became curfew from Monday till Friday.
How did your family know that the pogrom was going to happen?
Oh, we saw it because this was already from before weeks. They've been talking, and the Jewish people got organized pretty good, you know. And that Monday morning, when the people come to the market, I mean to town, to Pshitik, they didn't come like with the horses and buggy. Everybody come with sticks and all kind of things. And we saw that's gonna happen. And it happened.
When did that happen? When was that pogrom?
Well, I guess it started by 10 o'clock when they start, the Jewish people, they used to take out the stuff and put it out on the street, to sell the stuff. And then they ran in and they threw it off and they took it away and they broke it. And then the fight started.
Well, what year was that?
I don't know if it's 1935 or 36, but I think it's in 36.
Okay.
I'm not too sure the date.
And you were, what, 14 years old at the time?
Something like this, yeah. 14 or 13.
Had you experienced anti-Semitism before that?
Oh, every day, even in school. In public school, we used to have fights every day. And they called us all kind of names, and we called back. And, every hour we have like 10 or 10 minutes to go out on the, in the back of the school, and we play soccer and stuff like this. So the Jewish kids were separate, and the Polish kids were separate. And 1, 2, 3 was already a fight. Every day we had fight. And that, you see, I guess the parents from the Jewish people, they not allowed the kids to fight, After we had a fight, we had to go to Cheder, I was always in the fight. I love a fight, even today, I don't know, that's the way I am. And when I come to the Cheder, and maybe I got a scratch on my cheek or my jacket was torn, I get a licking from the rabbi right away. But I said, Rabbi, I didn't fight. I had to protect Moshe, Yaakov, the other ones. He said, Jewish kids don't fight. That's what he told us, And then when I come home, my parents looked me over. I might get another fight, another lick. But that's the way it was.
Was the fighting between the Jewish kids and the Polish kids, was it normal kid stuff, or was it anti-Semitism?
Well, it was anti-Semitism. And they called us Żydzi do Palestini,
Jews to Palestine?
Jews to Palestine. And if we would have a chance, I guess every Jew would go to Palestine. There was no other way. But we couldn't go.
What were you and your family's feelings about emigrating?
There was no money to emigrate. In that time, if you have a lot of money, maybe you could emigrate. But in my case, I don't think so. We have a chance.
Did your family want to? Was it something that you dreamed of?
Well, I never heard talking about this, but I can imagine if they would, it would be just like that. They would go out.
And when you were growing up, did you have any idea that you would end up in the United States?
Not at all. Even after the war, General Eisenhower promised us that we're going to take all the people he liberated, they're going to take us to America. But I got to have somebody to sign for me. And we was ready to go to Palestine, But I got married in 46, 46. And we had a little girl, and then when Israel became a state, we wanted to go, but they said they cannot take with small kids, we have to wait. And in 1949, a lady, a second lieutenant lady from the union come in, and she said, sign the papers, you're going to go to America. And I said to my wife, what is she talking about? How can we go to, we have nobody to, we should go. And she said, you just sign the name, somebody already signed for you. And we did not, till today, we didn't know who signed for us. And here we are. And we are very happy to be here.
Okay. Let's go back to Pshitik and Radom. Can you tell us about what anti-Semitism was like in Radom?
In Radom, they already was a little bit different. It was anti-Semitism, but in Radom was 35,000 Jewish people. So, you know, so when they come and they find out where, well, Radom was really good organized. They was afraid to come in. It was anti-Semitism, but in Pshitik was it very open, you know. It was a Jewish person there and a Jewish person there. And in Radom, they was afraid for the Jewish people.
They were afraid of the Jewish people?
Yeah, sure, because if a group would come to fight, they didn't have a chance, you know. In Pshitik they had, but not in Radom. They was organized already, you know. After it happened in Pshitik, I mean, all over Poland, you know, they've been already organized pretty good.
When you left Pshitik and went to Radom, did you continue school, or were you working with your father?
No, I will work with my father, but the rich Jewish people open up a school like wieczorowe kursy. This is in Polish. But the kids, what they didn't finish public school or any school, we can come and learn there.
Like a continuing courses.
Yeah, and it was, they took over maybe a half a street, beautiful classes, you know, and you could learn over there anything you wanted, you know. They even feed you, you know. When you come in, you can eat something and then go to the classes. I learned over there a lot. I guess anything I know, I learned over there. I mean, in Jewish, in Hebrew, in Polish, you know, it was marvelous, and good teachers, I mean, and, you know. I went there twice a week. A matter of fact, I went till the war broke out. They call wieczorowe kursy. This is in the evening to go to school.
Okay, can you tell us about what happened when the war broke out?
Well, like I said, the war broke out Friday morning. And then I said to myself, now they're going to take me for sure to the military, you know. And I mean, I couldn't tell this to my father because I don't think so he would like to hear them. And I was, Friday morning, I figured, was early in the morning, by 6 o'clock, we hear aeroplanes, you know. And they throw already bombs and all this stuff. And we didn't have any radios in the house and stuff like this. But a truck with a big loudspeaker, you know. How do you call this, a loudspeaker?
That's good.
You know, and he drive from street to street, and they said that the war broke out, and we should stay home, we shouldn't go out because the bomb's gonna fall. And I was waiting. I figured, oh, here the mailman gonna come in and gonna give me that piece of paper to go and join the army. But it didn't happen, you know. So the war broke out Friday. Tuesday night, the Germans come in, you know. Well, Wednesday morning already was, they occupied Radom, you know. It was a big town, Radom. And when they occupied Radom, right away they announced that no school for Jewish children. Every synagogue, every shtibel, everything, Jews are not allowed to pray, and all that stuff, you know. And right away they took out some Jewish families, and they shot them. They said because they went to shul to pray, they killed them, you know. And it was just terrible. Right away they started with the Jews, like they would have the war with the Jews, not with the other ones, you know. And then they announced and the reason I was so bad on my street because they occupied the school where we used to go in the evening. It was I have a street. They took this for officers, whatever it is, you know. And they start to look around to find people to work, you know. They didn't know where a Jewish live or a Gentile live, so what they did, the Polish kids, they went with them from house to house and show them he is a Jew, he is a Jew. And they come in and they took us out and the beating was terrible, you know. And there was nowhere place where to run. Even the war was still on, you know. And this was the first Saturday. You know, they come in Tuesday. Saturday morning, my brother was a tailor, and he worked by a very famous tailor, you know, and he was the best in town. And he lived a little bit out of the city. And my father said to me, Motl, go out and take a look. If it's quiet on the street, you're going to take Moshe, my brother, and you're going to go with him over there to his place, and you're going to be safe over there, because over there they're not going to come. So I picked myself up. My brother Moshe was waiting in the house, and I go out. I open the door to go out on the street, and here's a big assessment with a black uniform, with the red bandage over there, with the swastika, and a machine gun, and a Polish kid that we used to have fight all the time, you know. His name was Bolek. Yeah, Bolek. And he started to jump from joy, and he said to that assessment, Panie Jude, that, sir, that I'm a Jew. That assessment asked me, bist du ein Jude? I said, answer him in Polish, Panie, ja nie rozumiem po niemiecku. I don't understand German. And actually he didn't know what to do, you know.
Who, the kid or the assessment?
The assessment. And that Polish kid started to kick me and throw me punches back and forth, and I could beat him up when my hand would be tight, you know, but I didn't say anything. And then the assessment took me to the machine gun, he pushed me into the street, and he said, "Los," to walk. And my house on that street was like in the middle. One side was to the main street, and one side was to the market street.
And what was the name of the street that you lived on?
Vitolda 7. And as I start to walk, and we walking, and that boy didn't stop for a second. He beat me, he kicked me, everything in work. And I said to myself, gosh, if I could put my hand on him one more time, and then I don't care what's going to happen to me. As we walking maybe 20 feet from across the street, runs out another German, and he said to him, he called him by the name, he said, ich brauch deine Hilfe. Zwei Juden haben sich versteckt, and he needs his help, because 2 Jewish boys in that building, they hide, and he has to find them. And he said, but ich hab doch eine Jude, that he got ein Jew. They have little loudspeakers. So they said that he going to tell over there by the corner, the guy what he got. It was already a truck with a lot of Jewish kids on the truck, you know. And he talked to the loudspeaker that he got over here a Polish boy and a Jewish boy. He should take the Jewish boy on the truck and take that Polish boy, tell him to go home. And he told that Polish kid he should take me to that corner, to that the other German to go to work. But he didn't understand what he told him, you know. And he went into that building over there to find the other Jewish kids. And that Bolek walks with me. He walked on the street and he kicks me and he hits me. And when we come maybe 20 or 30 feet already to that corner, I say, what can I do with that bastard, you know? And we used to have all the time fight, and I know exactly where to hit him, you know? And I jumped over on the street, and I hit him straight right over there, and he got a bloody nose, and I grabbed him and throw him back in the middle of the street, and I hold him by the thing, and I walk him, you know? And he said, what are you doing? I say, shut up, don't say anything, because, and I start to hit him. I hit him on one time in the right place, and he couldn't straighten out. He walked like this, you know? And we come to the corner, to that assessment, and he said to me, bist du ein Jude? If I'm a Jew, I told him the same thing. Panie, ja nie rozumiem po niemiecku. I don't understand German. He said to him, he got a bloody nose, you know, and I said, and he said to him, bist du ein Jude? He said, yeah, panie Jude, you know, like he would say in Polish that I'm the Jew. But the German didn't understand what he said. And he said to him, go on the truck. And he didn't go so fast. And he said a second time, go on the truck. And he didn't go. And he, like now, you know, he pulled his right hand. He got a bagnet, you know, on the side. He pulled out the bagnet, and he goes straight in with the bagnet. And the bagnet was so shiny, like a mirror, you know. And he in the stomach, I saw the point on the other side. And he make like this, and pull it out, and it was all bloody, the bag. And he wiped off on his shoulder. His eyes popped out. Blood come out from the ears, from everywhere, you know, like from a faucet, you know. And here comes another assessment with a motorcycle, a lieutenant, you know. And he said, was ist los? What's going on? And the German said, ich habe einen Jude totgeschlagen, that he killed a Jew. He said, the assessment said, wenn ein Jude ist totgeschlagen, must er sofort begraben werden. They have to be buried right away. And then he said, where should I bury him over here? It's nothing but stones. He said, schmeiß him on the other side.
Schmeiß him?
They should take him and throw him on the other side from the street. And the German pointed two Jewish boys to come out from the truck and to take him. And the two Jews jumped in, and they